95.7 The Hog, the Morning Hog Show, and Riggs and Guy, Morning Hog Brew Review with Vinny from SR Perot. 1, 2, 3. Boom! There it is, Vinny! Well played. I think we drew there. I think it was a draw.
Thanks for having me back on this beautiful Friday morning. I appreciate it.
Feels good. The weekend's here.
Oh,
and
I'm
look
excited.
up. Special beer friend.
I do have a special beard and beer friend.
Oh, perfect.
We have Jeremy from
Jeremy!
Tampa Bay Brewing.
Thank you.
That's right. That's how you start a party right there.
Absolutely. We got some 16-ounces today. That's what they roll with. So I'm going to go ahead and let Jeremy introduce himself, get a little bit of history on Tampa Bay, and kind of move forward. So go ahead, Jeremy. Let us know what we have here, and let's go ahead and tell us about yourself.
All right, so Jeremy, I'm the South Central manager for Tampa Bay Brewing, and we bought 3 beers today. I got Last Days of Summer, which is our fruited sour, Reef Donkey, which is our pale ale, and Old Elephant Foot, which is our IPA.
Excellent. IPA versus APA. Let's get it right out of the way right now.
It's going to be a battle royale.
Let's go.
Here.
Battle Royale.
What is the we haven't tried them yet, but tell us the technical difference.
The main difference is going to be the alcohol content.
Yeah.
Especially with Reef Donkey's 5.5,
Right.
and then Old Elephant Foot, that's going to be a 7%.
Okay.
So APA, for you guys out there, stands for American Pale Ale. IPA stands for India Pale Ale. So there's a whole history behind the India Pale Ale, the trade routes between India and Britain. They would put beer on the ships because it was not safe to drink water. It would get stale and bad in the drums that they used.
Right.
So they would bring the beer from the top all the way down, and it would spoil or have off flavors by the time it made it down. So they realized when they sat down, if they added more hops to it, it acted as a natural preservative. Also, they would have to add more malt to it, which increased the alcohol, which helped it stabilize the beer, and it lasted longer. So that's where the India Pale Ale comes from.
Excellent.
Am I correct with that?
Yeah, I mean, you probably want to check with Mitch Steele.
Okay.
But, yeah. And the reason I say Mitch Steele is he wrote the book on IPAs. So I don't know if that story is accurate anymore or not. It seems in the beer world, things change constantly.
Well, the IPAs,
that is the general knowledge of it, though,
yeah, that's pretty much what they talk about, and one of the main reasons they came out with it. It was popular over in England, the IPAs, but they're much different than the IPAs over here in America.
I lived in the state for like 5 years. I've not been to Tampa yet. What am I missing in the Tampa Bay area other than, of course, those fine beers?
So you haven't been to Tampa?
No.
Man, Tampa's beer community is huge.
Yeah.
We are definitely one of the first. I think Dunedin Brewing claims to be the first.
Right.
We had to be right there. They're 95, we're 95.
Right. Turf wars.
Probably, yeah. I don't really know exactly month-wise who started what, but we have 2 locations. Ybor City is our main location, one of our original locations. We had another location. I don't remember exactly where it was, but we outgrew it very quickly, and then that's where the Ybor City location comes in.
Gotcha.
Was that the West Chase location?
No, West Chase is still there. So West Chase is actually our newest location. So it's like right on the line between West Chase and Oldsmar.
Okay.
It is our main production facility, and it is a brew pub as well.
Okay.
It's the place to go if you really want to see the brewing process in action.
Right.
For sure. We have our canning lines in there, and all the brewers just hanging out in there. And we got a really nice bar, outside bar and indoor bar too.
Beauty.
Nice.
Vinny, what got you hooked?
The Reef Donkey. These guys actually, it's 4 or 5 months back.
Yeah.
They decided to, with the new production facility, and they wanted to be in public stores throughout the state of Florida. They decided to move forward and come to the rest of the state. So we sat down with their head people about 4 or 5 months ago and ended up signing them and bringing them on board. And then got to be about a month now, right? You've been with them?
Yep.
So about a month ago, Jeremy came on board, and we've been doing it ever since. So one of my favorite is the Reef Donkey, and then the Last Days of Summer. That really, really got me because I like my sours, which we'll get into those in a few minutes. But all their beers are very good. They're right straight across the board. It's going to taste the same every time. Awesome. They do a great job with quality and a great job with consistency. So
I mean, there's nothing else.
He can't say it any better.
He couldn't. No, not at all.
Let's crack into one of them cans.
You got it. So we're going to go ahead and start with?
Yeah, Last Days of Summer. We'll start with that one. That is our fruited sour. It's going to be peach and mango.
Awesome.
Very perfect beer for beaches.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it is our seasonal.
Okay.
You'll start seeing it kind of go away here beginning of August when our pumpkin beer comes out.
Okay.
which is Gourd's Gone Wild.
This is good information, by the way, because I'm the dude who will wait too long and go back in and go, where'd the beer go when it's seasonal?
This
So it's
one,
gonna-
this one is available.
Still everywhere, right?
Nice.
Yeah,
know.
it's really easy to drink.
It's got a kick, baby.
I'll take the rest of that can.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's why I was telling you it's easy to shotgun.
Yeah. Oh, that one I could probably shotgun.
Yeah.
So a little side note when he's talking about shotgunning, I've talked about Chuggers before, the Chuggers group.
Yes.
Oh, have
We
you
invited
talked
you
about
guys
it?
to.
Proud to be a
Yep.
part of it, yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
the one of the founders right here that started the Chuggers group. So-
Yes.
So it's interesting because you guys are what I consider to be connoisseurs of beer, and yet you can do it slowly like this, or you can go full shotgun.
Absolutely.
And enjoy it either way.
We create a bunch of us created the page. We just felt that beer was getting too pretentious, and beer's supposed to be fun. And I was taking the Cicerone exam, which is similar to the sommelier for wine.
We talked about with Andy last week.
Okay.
And it's a lot of swirling and sipping, and man, I just wanted to shotgun some beers and chug some stuff. And
Which is probably like the thing you should not ever say when you're taking that test, right?
You know, it's funny if you really talk to brewery reps, and that's if you look at the page, that's one of the things. Like our rule is no making fun of any beer.
Right.
We've got guys from Budweiser, we got guys from Miller, we have all sorts of different breweries, and the rule is just don't make fun of beer, man, because this page is supposed to have fun, chug whatever you want, and have some fun doing it, and it's worked that way. And oddly enough, people are having fun, and it's pretty awesome to see guys who would normally sip and swirl.
Yeah. Just go.
Just shotgun. And, you know, we had one guy, has Ed from Tomoka been on here?
Yes.
All right, so Ed from Tomoka, I'm pretty sure he put down 64 ounces
Re-
of beer.
No, almost. He didn't quite make it.
Close.
No, he
I have
didn't.
not seen him chug, but I believe
He
that.
tried to chug a pitcher. He
Yeah.
didn't quite make it through. So
Yeah, he's going for a volume record.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
might,
really?
He might die.
Yeah.
we're not sure.
Well, it's like the competitive eaters. You got to train for that stuff, right? You
Do
can't just
not
jump right
try
into
this
it.
at home.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you
Of course.
definitely want to train for
I
Yeah.
prefer the speed. Just give me one. Boom. I'll
Yeah.
slam it.
Vinny's
We've
fast.
chugged.
Vinny's
Absolutely.
fast. Vinny's fast.
We need a stopwatch on this guy. In fact, let's do it. We'll do it later. But
I'm
so tell me, you mentioned beer is supposed to be fun.
Absolutely.
All of the cans are great.
Yeah.
The labels are great. Tell me about that and what the
Be honest with you, we have a guy that's in-house that designs all of our stuff.
Really?
And yeah, he does an amazing job. And to me, he makes it fun. Last Days of Summer can, it really does evoke those last days of summer.
Right.
And it's perfect for what so, you know, whenever people buy, the first thing they look at is they look at the can,
Yeah.
especially if they don't know the style.
Right.
They're looking at the can, and our cans definitely stand out from some of the rest of them. I love the fact that they're in 16 ounces.
Yes.
Why, go big or go home, I guess.
Well, I was going to say, was there a decision point there where you're like, I don't know, maybe we should stay the
I'll be
standard and
honest
go 12?
with you, I wouldn't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I'm only a month in, but 16 ounces.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think it goes back to our owner, David. We're a family-owned brewery,
Mm-hmm.
and David likes to fish and drink some beers.
Right.
And I think he just was like, screw it, I'm going 16.
Sure.
So
This-
I guarantee that's probably what happened. Is 16 ounces there? It was his decision.
I can't stop looking at the beer because I'm like, I have to remember it so I can go buy it later.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I love IPAs, but my mind may be changed to sour ales because of this.
It's a very great
is
and easy.
amazing.
It's a sweet tart sour versus that acidic sour. That's why I like it. It's
Yeah.
really nice. It's
Yeah.
balanced. It's a sweet tart sour. It's get that flavors in there. It's really good. And it's on a hot day. That 16 ounce is not enough. I mean, you're out there on a hot day. You drink it before you know it, it's gone. So you got to grab another one.
I said I wouldn't.
4.2.
I said I wouldn't, but I think I'm going to shotgun one of these when we're
All
done.
right.
I want video evidence.
You would enjoy that.
Chuggers.
We'll get you on the Chuggers group and get you to shotgun.
Well,
So
yeah, go ahead.
good part about that is they're again 16-ounce 4-packs, and the Last Days of Summer and the Reef Donkey are actually available pretty much everywhere now. All the Publixes have them, and they'll switch over to the seasonal when it comes to the pumpkin. ABC's has them, Total Wine has them. Some of your local guys are starting to pick them up, and also on draft we have Last Days of Summer right now. We have the Reef Donkey, which we'll get into, and then I'm bringing in the Elephant Foot as well to bring it in on draft for a good IPA. Great. You'll be able to find that now starting to get to a lot of your on-premise accounts as well.
That's awesome. We're talking about packaging. The Reef Donkey was my first Tampa Bay brewing experience, and I was because of the can.
Well, I'll tell you what, since we're doing it, might as well talk about it right now. And he's going to give you the reason why it's called Reef Donkey and what that term means. And
so Reef Donkey is our American Pale Ale. Reef Donkey is a nickname for an amberjack.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, our owner is really big into fishing, and we have a big boat out there. I saw it at the West Chase facility, and it's his fishing boat, and it says Reef Donkey right on the side of it. And the story that I got behind Reef Donkey was he and his wife were out on the boat, and he was drinking a lot of Old Elephant Foot, and drank a little too many, and I believe his wife had to drive the boat back in, and she got really pissed at him and said, "You're never drinking this one on the boat again. You need to come up with something different."
Oh.
And so Reef Donkey at 5.5 versus 7% was what came about. Now, that's the story that I heard.
Yeah.
He may deny it, but that's
could be a beer legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear it from him or her?
Neither one of them, actually.
Oh, really?
They were on vacation when I started, so I've yet to actually meet them, and I look forward to it, though. Great stories about him for sure.
And the nice part about these guys is they don't want to get out of Florida. They want to stay in Florida. That's it. Just sell their beer from tip to tail and from bow to stern and just cover the whole state of Florida. Right. And that's it. That's all they have interest in, which is great. That keeps you regional. That keeps you good. And when people come down here on vacation, they bring them home and do whatever. It keeps it really nice and important.
Well, the first time I tried Reef Donkey, I posted a picture on Instagram, which got friends from out of state very anxious, liking it, wanting to know where the beer. I was like, I don't know where it's available, so now we know. Now I can taunt them by saying, "Hey, you want to come and visit? You can have one." Maybe.
Yeah, I was sampling over at Total Wine, and a lot of folks were coming up and saying, "Well, where can I find this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, Publix here, ABC."
Right.
And no. Where can I find it in Canada? I was like, "No way."
You got to go full Smokey and the Bandit and bootleg that thing.
If you guys can't get to a store and get these beers just yet and you want to see the actual covers of the cans, you can go to tbbc.com.
Now, we mentioned on the front end APA versus IPA. To me, I'm not telling the difference flavor-wise or I don't know, palate-wise. What is the subtle part as far as the taste goes?
The difference between these two really is going to be the hops that are utilized.
Yeah.
So you're using New Zealand hop and Citra, which is an American hop, which impart tropical flavors and citrus flavors. So a lot of times, like with this Reef Donkey, what I get, and of course your tongue's going to be a little bit different than mine, I get lemon zest kind of right on the tip of the tongue. I get a little bit of passion fruit, a little bit of pineapple. And this one here, what you're going to end up getting, they're using like Northern Brewer, which is a hop. I think they also have some other Northwest hops being used, American Northwest hops. So they're going to impart pine resin, things like that. So it's going to be very pine.
Usually grass and pine, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
You get some grassy notes. When you smell a field, you get that real nice grass. You'll get some of those notes, and you'll also, like he said, the pine. When you have a pine tree in your house, Christmas tree, that real beautiful smell of pine.
Yeah,
you get that spruce kind of taste as well with that, and that's what
I haven't taken mine down yet. That's not weird, is it?
No, it's not, there's no problem at all.
It smells great.
Just as long as you decorate the different holidays, like 4th of July and Halloween, and you just keep the tree up and decorate.
I just can't light a candle in the whole house.
You just need more holiday, like in New Orleans. Like people literally will leave their tree up for Mardi Gras and just take everything down and decorate it for Mardi Gras.
And by the way, we talked about tongue difference. Mike's got a magic thing. If you do this right here. That's what's on my tongue. You guys didn't know.
We don't want to know what's on that tongue. Yeah. Absolutely.
I could pay off later. Stick around. But man, I do love the Reef Donkey a lot. I love the font. I even love the font of the logo. Like in your shirt.
It is a fantastic.
You're rocking the shirt.
Oh, I see you like that one too, guy.
What?
I gave you an awful big pour there, and it's gone already.
You gave him a gentleman's pour, the Reef Donkey.
Good. I'm glad you like that one as well.
Yeah, that was outstanding.
So,
all right. Well, sadly there's only one left, but it's not sad.
It's not sad at all.
7% of
this is
happy.
Elephant Foot. Best for last.
Yeah. So Old Elephant Foot is our IPA. It is I believe it is the first IPA brewed in the state of Florida.
Okay.
Or definitely one of. Again, I think it probably goes back to who brewed the IPA first, us
Right.
or that other company.
Okay.
But I was told that we are definitely one of the first IPAs brewed in the state of Florida. This one is a Western style IPA
All right.
made with Northwest hops. So you're going to get a lot of nice pine resin,
Okay.
grass, things like that. Yeah, and I'm sure some of the listeners are like, this sounds disgusting. Trust me, try it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
If you're an IPA fan,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go
do
get
that,
it.
right? Cheers to that. Yeah, come on, bring that in.
Now I can see why he drank way too many of these on the boat.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
And the thing is like a lot of IPAs are a little too bitter sometimes for people. This one goes down nice and smooth.
Right.
This one
No.
is very well balanced, meaning
More, please.
the balance between the malt and the hops.
Guy's using his manners.
Yeah,
Yeah, just screw it.
Well, you said please. You said please. You're clear.
you're getting that balance between the malt and the hops. So it's not too bitter. It's not coating your tongue.
Right.
It's letting you know it's there,
Right.
but it's not coating your tongue.
Yeah.
So it's letting you taste that beer all the way down through. That's why this is one of the better West Coast variety IPAs. Amazing.
Yeah,
We're
and
talking
they're-
about
and
that-
they're definitely getting Cascade, Centennial, Northern Brewer. They're going hard on those
Absolutely.
Pacific Northwest hops.
Right.
For sure.
And those have been around a long time, and that's probably one of the reasons why they're hitting up with them. Because back in the day, when you're brewing, you didn't have the varietal that we have now.
No.
They're coming out with new hops every couple months. They've got a new hop, hop XYZ,
Really?
KR. They have hops that impart all kinds of flavors. But back when they started, early '90s like that, you only had a certain varietal, and
Okay.
a lot of it determined what the big guys were brewing with. So you were able to get what they were brewing with because people are going to cater to them. You know what I mean? Now they're catering to everybody, which is awesome. We've got over 5,000 breweries in America and brew pubs that they're looking for. So all these guys all over, upstate New York used to be a huge hop growing territory up there until they had a blight and prohibition. Now that that's all cleared up and everything's gone, they're regrowing hops there.
Right.
They actually grew hops here in Florida.
University of Florida's doing a
Yep,
program. Yeah.
Wops
Really?
hops that we had on
Yeah.
earlier. They just picked up a bunch of hops. They're doing what they call a wet hop beer, where they're not drying the hops out. They're using the wet cones, and they're doing that from Florida.
Okay.
Hops. They went and picked them themselves. So we're seeing a whole lot more come out, which is why these guys are coming out with a lot more of your APAs, and
Right.
you're able to do a whole lot of flavor profiles without adding anything to it, just using the hops.
Well, we talked about being able to have that burn of alcohol content. 7% isn't that high or whatever, but what is the average? What is your average IPA?
It's about six.
About
and a half.
six and a half.
So this is-
Right under
yeah.
8.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think 8% begins
The double
Okay.
IPA.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, 8 to 8.5 is the double IPA.
This is smooth,
Yeah,
man.
and then we had our last week the triple IPA. Remember?
Right. Yes.
So
well, no, I don't remember it, but
Yeah, I
apparently
know.
it was happening.
let's just say we don't remember anything after that either.
Right.
So it was a great time last week. But no, these are great beers.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have them, and I'm glad they chose to go with us here at SR Parat.
Yes.
Great brewery, great bunch of people. The owner of the brewery, you got to remember, it's been around since '95. Came out to my beer fest and poured at a tent. He was there pouring at the tent, the owner. And I'm like, oh, I thought it
Wow.
was just a rep or something else.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, I own it. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Hands-on guy,
It's
right?
nice to see that they still have the hands-on, still family-oriented, and still rolling. So.
Yeah, and I love that, in particular, these cans, if you look at the side of the cans, they actually say family-owned right on
Right.
the side.
Yeah,
So-
I noticed that earlier. That's awesome.
What is the, do we know the Elephant Foot name? Do we know
Yeah,
why?
so apparently a lot of the brothers, they were sitting around drinking and they were crushing cans, throwing it into large, great trash can. And I guess it reminded one of the brothers when they were in college, he had an elephant foot trash can that used to get overflowed with beer cans.
Okay.
And it just kind of reminded him of that. And
Right.
they're like, there's the name right there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Easy.
So just so you know, I've got another beer coming in
Yeah.
by them. It's draft only, and it's going to be in a certain account, and it's called Florida Tart. We don't have a sample here right now,
Okay.
but I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about it because
you're-
it's going to be in the market.
You're going to be bringing in a keg?
Yeah, when you said coming in, I thought it was coming through that portal we had in the ceiling a couple weeks ago. But it's
Damn thing
not.
keeps coming back.
Oh,
That's
not,
it.
That's not beer.
No.
I'll work on getting some cans of
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah, to get you guys up here to try it.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited. I want to bring it up.
It's, so it's a Florida style Berliner Weiss.
Okay.
And it's got blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries in it.
Okay.
And it pours a nice pink color, and it's just really refreshing.
Is that
But
what
it's
makes
very-
it Florida style?
So yeah, I guess there's a difference between the Florida Weiss versus a Berliner Weiss.
Okay.
But I think it has to mostly do with the fruits that get added.
Okay.
But I don't even know if Florida Weiss is technically a
It's-
recognized.
It's not.
category.
It's something that they actually came up with down here in Florida. The Florida brewers all got together, and he's
Yeah.
right. It's about the fruits that they put in it.
Sure.
Like I know you don't mind me mentioning other names. Tomoka, they have a Florida Weiss, and every quarter they use whatever fruit is in season that's grown in Florida. So tangerines, strawberries, muscadine grape. That's what they
Really?
use in those beers to have that. So they call it a Florida Weiss. And I know a lot of the other Florida guys are coming out and calling them Florida Weisses. I'm not sure who coined the term, but whoever did, everybody else jumped on board. It's that
Sure.
light, refreshing, very nice, not super tart, made with the fruits that are down here.
Yeah, this one is more tart than what you're going to get out of Last Days of Summer. They put lactobacillus, which is the souring agent that gets put in there. And I find it fantastic, easy to drink. I've sampled it at a couple places, and they've been freaking out about it. It's really good. So
Yeah, so we're pretty excited, and getting back to that Last Days of Summer, you'd be surprised, guys, if you're not huge into craft beer, give it a try. We were at an account yesterday, and they were all drinking a big brand, and the bartender told us not to serve it to the people because they wouldn't like it, and we did. And out of the 9 people, 8 of them said they would drink it.
Really?
I think it was more of a, it's not bad. But I'll take that.
I'll take
You know what
that.
I mean?
So
you've got the big band.
we did have a
big
few
brand
people say
drinkers.
they would drink that before they drank their big brand. So we're good
Yeah.
with it. So just guys, just remember when you're out there, give a beer a shot.
Yeah.
Just try it. You go to Total Wine, you can buy it singles. ABC, you can buy a single. Go out to a bar, buy it on draft, and try it.
You're a damn grown up.
You never
Absolutely.
know you're going to like something unless you
Well,
try
if-
it.
If you think about it, beer. I'm not going to use the term craft beer, but beer in general, it's an adventure, and why not try everything you possibly can and see what you like? Your taste buds supposedly change every 7 years. I still don't like broccoli, so that's not true. But your taste buds constantly changing, and you never know what you're going to like. But yeah, reach out, try something different.
Yeah.
And if you're at a Total Wine or an ABC and you see somebody sampling beer, stop and sample.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
That's how you
I
find out.
got a friend of mine that actually I just saw on Facebook. He has a brewery up in Asheville, and he made a pickle Berliner Weiss. Pickle Berliner Weiss.
Which is supposed to be really healthy, right? When you
John Cochran. I don't know, man. There's people up there drinking it, so I have to get up to Asheville to try it. But try it, you know. You know how many beers that we've drank just to try them to see if we like them and not like them. And I don't like every beer, but I like a lot of them. So you just give them a shot, you know. And you should give broccoli a try again. I'm just telling you right now.
Try it with cheese.
Try it with cheese.
So I went to a restaurant up in Palm Coast where I live, and I tried broccoli again. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Covered in cheese.
I'm with you, Jay.
Good.
See?
I don't.
Got to cover it in cheese.
Jeremy and I are going to
Covered in
stay. You and I stay. Maybe carrots. Let's go with carrots rather than broccoli.
Honey glazed carrots.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, bring
broccoli.
those on.
So
Yeah.
you're not a veggie guy.
No.
I push the broccoli aside.
Look at the size of you because you're not a veggie guy, right? Yeah, look at the size of me because I
do
am a
have a hop
veggie
on
guy.
my shirt, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's what it
Yeah,
is.
maybe we should go straight carnivore diet and eat nothing but steak all day.
Seems like the right idea.
I think I could do it.
But people should know this is not like these beers are not like crazy adventurous radical taste. These are really good tasting.
They're really solid beers.
drinkable, really solid beers. So.
Absolutely.
See, I told you I'm an IPA guy, but I cannot get my mind off of this Last Days of Summer.
No, you're looking at it. You're looking
This
at
changed my life.
Look at Guy. He's
See?
looking at it like a beautiful
The
woman.
adventure.
I see that. He's checking the curves
He just
out.
got its number.
Absolutely.
Boom.
I think he's going to take it to dinner later.
Your wife is going to be furious, but
She's
I don't
gonna be
blame
upset.
you. I do
Yeah.
not blame you.
I don't either.
I think my wife would hop into bed with this.
She probably would.
Absolutely. This
You
is
can have
a
it cansom.
This is a great effing beer. That's
Two
for
straws.
Sure.
You could have 2 straws and a cansum.
Perfect
Absolutely.
way to go.
Actually, I don't think I would share. Not this one.
Don't share. I wouldn't
Well,
share
the good
either.
news is it comes in a 4-pack.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It is a
And look how big it looks in your hand.
Yeah, your hand. I think your hand's getting bigger. All right, the tap room.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We hear so much about these tap rooms. Tell us about what we are missing by not coming to yours.
You're missing one of the best and oldest breweries in the state of Florida. I mean,
It's a selling point right there.
And
Yeah.
you know, the great thing about that particular tap room is what you see out in the market here or up north is not what you're going to be able to get at the tap room. You're going to have a whole wide array of different beers.
Yeah.
I tried something that was aged with hibiscus flowers.
Really?
And
Really?
It was amazing.
Sounds great.
So that adventure we talked about is easier when you're at a brew pub for
Yeah.
sure, because you just got tons of taps and you can just sit there and try everything that we have, and the food is really good as well.
I was going to say, you guys have food there as well. Both locations have food.
Both locations definitely have
Okay.
food. Yeah. The food is phenomenal. Being from New Orleans originally, the rumor is, and I have not had it, but the rumor is that the jambalaya is fantastic.
Really?
So,
Okay. And which one is the original?
the original is Ybor City.
Okay.
Well, the original's gone.
Yeah, I mean,
because they
yeah.
moved into Ybor City, but Ybor City is definitely
Okay.
good, yeah.
Perfect. So.
Again, all these beers we've talked about, you can check them out at tbbc.com.
And if you guys want to find where they are, you can go to srparat.com on our website. You can look up Beer Finder and plug in which beer you like, and it'll pull up where they're being sold.
Yep. So I got an event next Wednesday, Brass Tap in Palm Coast.
Yeah, pretty
starts
excited.
around 6:30. So
And that tart I was talking about, we should have that in, correct?
tart is
Absolutely.
Tart's
And
gonna be in.
hopefully we'll have the elephant's foot too. So some of the stuff that we were talking about here that's not out there yet, you'll be able to get at his event. So
Definitely.
and it's
you get to see me.
absolutely
Yeah,
and
right.
and he's pretty. And if you come out,
Just
Good.
let us know that you heard on the radio about chuggers, and maybe Vinny and I will chug for you.
Ooh,
Yep.
look at that.
Awesome.
Right, you people- yeah.
or you can chug with us.
Yeah.
You can always chug with us.
So again, next Wednesday, the 25th at the Brass Tap.
Absolutely, Palm Coast,
awesome.
up in Palm Coast. Yep, come and see us. I'll be out there too. So
I want one of those hats. Those are awesome, dude.
Well, I'm working on this. Oddly enough, get a lot of requests for these hats.
From
we
me.
we redesigned our logo, so one of the things that we're doing is getting new product out there for like the hats. So they are coming, definitely.
you know, I'm his distributor and sell his beer, and I don't even have a hat.
Not
I don't
yet.
even know
The thing
what's
is,
going
he
on with
doesn't
that.
Wear a hat.
So
Yeah.
So
when I need
Right.
a haircut, I do.
Plus,
never
I've
seen
seen
you
the
wear
size of
hats.
those hands. Can you imagine how big that head really is when you measure it with the?
Yeah, you
Whatever
don't want
you
to know
measure
the size
heads
of
with?
that. No,
Yeah.
I got to turn sideways to get through a door. It's not good.
But
Shots
make sure when
fired.
you're drinking these, definitely tag SR Parat in their Instagram and their Facebook pages too.
Absolutely.
Nice to
So we get it looked out and get it looked forward. As a matter of fact, if they find a bouncing Reef Donkey, is there any way that they tell us where it is and get a hat?
Absolutely. You find a bouncing Reef Donkey, you get a hat.
Yep, absolutely. In the video. So let
right.
them know.
That's right.
Give the radio station a call, tell them where it is, and we'll make sure we get you a hat.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, sure.
Yep, absolutely.